second, just take a breath before we share our songs, before we share our presentations, and just really get clear for a moment the space from where we're sharing our music, because your why is so important when it comes to offering within your offerings. So just get very clear on the intention of why you're sharing. And if it's love within it or light within it, just put it within that process and allow yourself to move in that space as you begin to share and perform. And I invite you to do the same exercise right before you start. If you need to take a minute or so just to get in touch with it, really being in touch with your loop, in touch with your light.
So it all got started back in 1983. It started off when I was just a little girl, and I built myself up on being shy. I would be so nervous that even my preschool teachers would have to direct me to sit down and play with others. And all throughout my life, talking in front of people, initiating conversations was so scary. And I pretended to be everything to everyone in order to deal with the anxiety. And pretty soon, I became the world's greatest chameleon. As I made my way through adulthood, I knew at some point that I needed to learn to open my mouth and share my voice. What I truly felt, what I truly wanted. To be able to do that without fear, panic, the worst case scenario spinning around in my head. And then one day, a profound moment happened when I met the teacher that I didn't even know would help me change my life forever. He introduced me to my confidence, my voice, my words, my feelings, and hell, he introduced me to my heart and soul. And because I had gotten so good at pretending to be okay and hide from others my whole life, he said to me one day, "Why are you being a prostitute?" And I remember being so appalled by the comment that I looked at him as if my eyes could pierce through his soul and shoot daggers through him. And with all the fight and the sass inside of me, I said to him, "What do you mean a prostitute?" He smiled and said to me, "You sell yourself short to everyone who'll accept you. You take away your voice so that others will be comfortable and so that you don't really have to do that work." So it was in that moment that I realized selling myself short was not the answer anymore. The only way I was gonna get through this thing called life was to use my voice. So one day, I chose to use my voice and I said, "Hey voice, it's nice to meet you. I've been waiting for a long time. Thank you. I finally get to share my truth. I finally feel free to express myself. I get to trust all of me, and no matter what that comes across like, I now know that my life with my voice is, in fact, the sweetest way to live. And I kind of like it that way. Hey, boys, it's nice to meet you. I've been waiting for a long time. Thank you. Hey, boys, it's nice to meet you. I've been waiting for a long time. Thank you.
Okay. So what's going to
You're
happen
all
next?
on mute. I can't hear you.
I know, I know. What's going to happen next is that each of us is going to go around and just share one thing they've gotten or one thing they admired about what she just did, or just something that just to honor for a moment. And we'll do this for each of us. So please, um, see y'all are typing. Yes. Who wants to go first? Just go ahead and unmute yourself, please, and just share. How about this? Yeah, Lisa, thank you. Lisa, then
I
Lynn,
just
and
I
then
just want to
Alex.
say, oh my God, like that was amazing. That was
Oh,
like so perfect. Everything about it, everything. I was like, and then you stopped everything and the prostitute, and I'm like, what? I just loved it. Oh my God, it was
oh,
so so good.
thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing, Evan. Thank you so much. I could hear that. I think that ought to go out on some sort of streaming platform so many other people could hear that. Really
Mm,
warmed my heart, and I just love how you just kind of quietly and sweetly brought in the singing part and the story. Just absolutely stunning. And you can have my turn. And you can do that. You can do it again.
thank you, Lynn.
Wow. I just thought that was so amazing. Um, Definitely could be a marketing piece for Looping Light. It was just juicy and subtle and sweet and just, you were just so adorable. And I was crying the whole time. So very beautiful.
Thank you, Alice.
You already know that you're one of my favorite artists that does not have an album out yet. You know that already. And I'm just really amazed at um, just the technique and how everything flowed and the voices and the ad. And that's the whole point, kind of the building process that you did. I really enjoyed the journey, and it was very affirming because a lot of us are trying to get our voices out and we can relate so much, which is the point of this assignment, is to really be able to connect with one another. So many different levels. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ebony.
Thank you, Haji.
Wow. All right. Golly. And I never know what's going to happen if these from these situations. Like I've been doing ukulele sessions for the last maybe 3 or 4, 7 years, and I never know what kind of songs the students are going to create. They always amaze me, and I've never ceased to be amazed with this as well. So awesome. All right. Who will take up second place? Who will go next? Let's not be share. Let's not be shy. Excuse me. Hello, voice. I will call on somebody.
Okay, I'll go.
Ah, awesome. Awesome. Yes.
I really wanted to go last, but I just couldn't stand the wait any longer. Um, we'll begin. So, this is a story about water. In Native American and many indigenous cultures, women are the keepers of water. We are made of water, and in the womb of our mother, we are held for 9 months in the element of water. This water song was created by the Algonquin people of Canada to share with women all over the world as a prayer to bless the water. The words are in the Algonquin language and are sung like a lullaby. We call to the direction of the east to bless the water. Maybe Wabble and Diane, Aki Misqui, maybe Wabble, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. We call to the direction of the south to bless the water. Bibi Wabble and Diane, Aki Misqui, Bibi Wabble, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. We call to the direction of the west. Bibi Wabble and Diane, Aki Misqui, Bibi Wabble, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. We call to the direction of the north. Bibi Wabble and Diane, Aki Misqui, Bibi Wabble, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Water is the lifeblood of Mother Earth. Water is the lifeblood of our own body. May we bless the water. May we bless the earth. Aho.
Oh, I'm muted. Wow. I'm glad that was really loud just now. Oh, Allison. Okay. All right. Please share. I look forward to having my share. Lisa, can we start and then Lynn and then Ebony, please? Beautiful.
Oh, I just love that so much, Allison. I loved all that, the different aspects to it, and the water and the prayer. Um, all of it was just perfect, and it's just there's such a sweetness in your voice as well that just, like I found myself singing along, and I just loved it. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. I felt the sacredness of that, and it was so beautiful. And I love how you got the water sounds and the hand pan. Oh my gosh! Oh, just so proud of you. Just beautiful.
That was so beautiful. Like I literally felt like I was in the ocean and just being washed by the waves. I could feel the tingles of the water like hitting up against my skin and the sides of my head. It felt so relaxing and soothing and just like I was like, oh, absolutely. So thank you for that, Alice. And that was beautiful.
When I heard you begin first with the water, I went to a couple of water temples when I was in Bali, and I would just sit and listen to the women that brought us through the process, and I was just transported back there and what you were doing. I loved the multi layers of texture you added with the different instruments and the backgrounds. You had a lot of things going on throughout a journey, and it was a sound journey you brought us on, an immersive sound journey, and that was just really beautiful. I love the hand pan. I love the element of you singing through the process. It just took me on. I could close my eyes and just like I'm being read to a story or in the middle of a movie or something. So it was really really amazing. Thank you so much for your share. That was really good. Awesome sauce. All right. So who's next? Hey Lynn, I want you to go next. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
I somehow I knew that. Um, so my story is about it's a rhapsody, Rapsody, and I decided I better look up rhapsody. A rhapsody is a effusive, enthusiastic, ecstatic expression of feeling, also ancient Greek epic poem. And a rap is a type of popular music of U.S. black origin. Words are recited rapidly and rhythmically over a pre-recorded electronic instrumental background. So this is going to be something in between, and it's certainly not as polished as what you all have got going. But Rhapsody. Sacred flower of my vessel, you open petal by petal, juicy fragrance chalice. I am a ionic rose of love, a gem of lyrical beauty flowing out in streams of blood into the ground. Listen now, return to me, Sophia calls. She's beckoning from the earth beyond the stars. I'm in your soul, body, heart. Stillness, breathing, time and grace.
tales of dreaming. I am the dragon of your myth, the muse who sings, and to your kiss flames breathe power, shed the skin, reveal your awakening. The earth ascending burns and rains, at times so gently or fiercely in pain. By fire and water the cleanse begins. Her love is green to grow again, as life is blessed upon her breast. Of wet great trees, dripping cactus, we dream and rest. We dream and rest. We dream and rest. As cherished children, starry guests, so be the swan or phoenix rising, cranes who fly, magpies cry, bespoke the owl. Who are you? Who are you? I am the light guiding you. I am the light guiding you. Whales are singing, we are one. Lunar tides, ocean drum. Whales are singing, we are connected by the air we breathe. Let's live together, together in peace. Free our minds' captivity. Can we escape the programming to be the truth of our sovereignty? Let us swim in rivers free to the sea, like salmon in sovereignty. Water, earth, divinity, air and space, unity, fire and water, purity. Purify my being here, unify all beings, sound and spheres of energy. What is matter? Energy. Swirling ladders, frequency, spirals in space, beauty and grace. Let us vibrate. Awaken sunshine, we are light. Awaken shadows of the night. Beams of joy, forgiving fright. Beams of love, compassion, sweet delight. Beams of songs and moon at night. The shining stars, we are the light. We bloom again. Chalice vessel, say it now. I am the light, I am to thee I bow. To thee I bow in gratitude. Here in now, forever. I am the light I am. From blessings, peace, climax revealed. I am the light I am.
Beautiful, 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 Lynn. All right. Who is first? Actually, let's go Lisa. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Ebony.
Okay, cool. I was like, that was amazing. I felt like I was dancing around a hot cauldron on fire and just like singing in the full moon. It was so beautiful and carried with such like strong, sacred, feminine goddess energy. And it just felt so powerful. I was like, oh, I could be transformed after this song. I feel like this earthing shifting inside of me. So that was great. Thank you, Liz.
Oh my God, Lynn, like seriously. Polished? Are you kidding me? That was amazing. Like, honestly, I would concur with Ebony. Like, so much sacred energy flowing through you. Like, I feel like it was bathing me and like healing me and activating me as you were singing. It was incredible. Really, truly incredible.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Lynn. I actually felt like I was in a women's circle sound bath, and I felt the divine feminine, and I just felt like you transported me to another world. It was very beautiful, and your background went along perfectly with your song. So I just love how that all came together. Very wonderful. Thank you.
Um, I'm waiting, and I think a lot of people are waiting for you to sit in your divinity that you have so naturally. There is such an amazing soul, a sound of soul that comes out of your yourself. That's so transformative and so amazing, and it shows the work you've been doing on yourself and with yourself. And it's such a clear channel. I felt like a fly on the wall in a women's sound healing bath or a sound healing session. Let me stop here for a second. So I really, really love the Shakti. I love just the beauty that you brought, the rhythm you brought, and the soul you brought. Like just and the rap and the you stretch very far, Lynn. You reach in so many different directions and you pull them into yourself very easily, and then you express it back out in your own form of music. That's the best way I can explain it. So beautiful. Bravo, bravo, bravo. I look forward to hearing more of that. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, I guess it's my turn. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. All right. Let's see if I got this. This is a story about self-love, courage, an unexpected adventure on the journey of awakening. It is a story of letting go of who you are not to become who you truly are. Along the path of awakening, we will receive keys or activations, messages from Spirit each step of the way, if we just listen to our hearts. As Rumi once said, On this path, let the heart be your guide. I was vacationing with my family on the east coast of Canada when something in a local shop caught my eye. It was a silver pendant with the words inscribed, "To thine own self be true." Those words sparked something deep within me. There was a part of me that felt something was missing in my life, that I had lost a part of myself in my role as a loving wife and mother. I purchased the necklace, and I wore it every day to remind myself of this affirmation: to thine own self be true. This was the first key. Upon returning home, I met an energy intuitive who told me I had condor wings expanding from my shoulder blades, and that I was about to go through a process of transformation. Condor is a revered bird of Peru for its connection to heaven and earth. I thought, wouldn't it be amazing to go to Peru one day? That was the second key. Not long after, I bumped into a cousin who I'd just discovered was living in Peru, of all places. I ran up to her and I asked, "Do you live anywhere near Machu Picchu?" Amazingly, she replied, "Why, yes, I live 40 miles away in the Sacred Valley." "You should come. You can stay with me." And in that moment, something came over me, and I knew in my heart I had to go. It was like I was possessed, and nothing could stop me. Spirit of the land is calling, Sacred Valley. I'd never left my family for that long, and I didn't even have a passport. But 3 weeks later, I landed in Peru on my birthday. The night before my flight, my son and I were snuggling up watching the Nature Channel, and it happened to be about the cicada and how they live underground for up to 17 years before emerging from the earth reborn. The cicada spoke to me again on the plane while watching a movie called Joy. It was about a woman who had lost herself in her role of caregiver for everyone but herself. She was reading a story to her son about the cicada and how they transform after 17 years underground. In that moment, I knew the cicada was my medicine. The cicada are known for singing their sacred song, humming to you about the past, about metamorphosis and change. This was the third key. As soon as I stepped foot on the land, I felt a flutter in my chest, and somehow I knew that this wasn't the first time I'd been to Peru. I began seeing hearts everywhere, including an ancient heart carving hidden away on a local farm. Not far from that carving, I found a beautiful little crystal that had broken perfectly in half. That night, I lay in bed in the Sacred Valley of Urubamba with the crystals in the palms of my hands, and I began to meditate. And then it happened. Suddenly, I felt Kundalini energy spontaneously rising within me. This energy coursed through my body with something to this day I find hard to describe, but the transformation that occurred after was undeniable. I learned how to love myself, honor myself, and let go of all that was not serving my highest good. New gifts revealed themselves, and I began to fully embody and express my authentic self. So I'm here today to invite you to listen to the whispers of your own heart. Say yes to you. Love yourself. Be brave and step out of your comfort zone and into the beautiful unknown. Trust that you will be guided every step of the way to your own awakened heart, the truth of who you are.
Somebody go, please.
Oh my God. I am so blown away. This is I knew your piece was gonna be amazing, Lisa, but this is like way far beyond what I had imagined. It's like, I don't know, like a shamanic journey of you and your development. And I love how you brought in all of this knowledge that you've learned over the last year with your light language and your beautiful song that you created about your trip and just wove it all together. Oh my gosh, it was just so unbelievably beautiful. And the timing and the rhythm was totally in sync. And I now understand why it's so important to wear headphones and to hear that rhythm and to get that because it really pulls the whole piece together. But it was just so, so, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was kind of in a trance by the end of it. Oh my gosh, it really set the sort of shamanic elements in their totality. So just beautifully. So thank you.
You.
Ooh, Lisa, I'm just like, holy shit! I'm over here like, ooh, the everything,
Aw.
the everything. I literally have no words. Like I was watching your face throughout the whole process because I'm just sitting back like, oh shit, okay, drops another one, and then your face just kept transforming, and I was like, oh, she's channeling. Oh, I see. Like your whole entire essence shifted, and you became this whole entirely different being sitting in front of us. It was powerful. Like, please record that. I need that. I'm like, how did you get all like the 50 million sounds you put in there? It was beautiful. I was like, where did you get that sound from? That's amazing. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was okay. Oh my God! So the last time I heard you do this, you had just written your story the night before we got in our session. You had no sounds or anything. You were just working on the story and just a little background for you all. And I knew that whatever, and we broke down the story a little bit because there's a lot of components within your process, and we found a way to tailor it a certain way so that it fit. And I had no idea what you would do with the mixing and the looping, but I knew it was going to be amazing. I didn't know how, but as I'm listening right here, I'm still in the rapture of it. It's still in me what you just created. It's still like, if you see me swaying, like I just can't stop swaying. It's just such a beautiful story, such a beautiful use of your words and your voice and the storytelling and the information. And again, just like what I was saying with Lynn and each of you, you're taking all of the experiences that you've been working on over the last couple of years, if not your whole life, and you're putting them into your sound journey, and they're coming out freaking amazing. Amazing expression. That's You create such a very wonderful space, Lisa, and it was really a yes goosebumps for sure. It was wonderful just to be in the midst of you and everyone else to what you've done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. You know what? The main thing I really look forward to, I think, more than anything else, is each of you sharing your pieces with other people. Like I get to experience it, and I feel so amazing to be in the midst of your creation and just to watch it happen. But I look forward to when you all share these gifts with people, and just what kind of reaction and what kind of healing that you're going to be giving to them. Because again, this is looping light, and we're sending out the light vibration, and each and every one of you have come to a form of almost mastering that, and very uniquely, very beautifully, very intention oriented. And ooh, okay, all right. Congratulations. I think you all have gotten something from this course. If you haven't, I have. My God. Okay, gathering myself. So